Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tip Tuesday. As always, I am your host, Kat Milner, strategic business coach and tech ninja. And I am here today to talk to you about, has your business been built backwards? I know that sounds crazy, but keep with me because there's some really interesting points that we're going to cover today. So, the first place is, have you ever looked around at other coaches in your space and wondered why they're getting clients and they seem to just be growing and growing, and you're feeling like you're spinning your wheels in the mud? You know that you're working just as hard, you're showing up just as consistently, but it still feels like something just isn't quite clicking. That experience is deeply confusing and more than a little bit frustrating. I know, I've been there too, especially when you know that you're really good at what you do. You care deeply about the people that you help, and you know you can make an amazing difference in their lives. And especially when you have invested time, energy, money, and your heart into building your business. At a certain point, you start to question if you're missing something that everybody else seems to understand, or even worse, wonder if you're still meant to do this. Here's what I want you to hear. You are meant to be doing what you're doing. The world needs what you have. You don't need another strategy. You don't need another course. You do not need any more tools at this point. What you need is for your foundations, the building blocks of your business, to be clear and make sense, not just to you, but to your ideal clients. And then you need to make sure that that business is built in the right order. Because most coaches are taught to build the visible pieces first: their branding, their website, their funnel, their content, and even sometimes their tech. And this is all before anyone helps them to step back and ask, are you building your business in a way that's going to support the way that you want to grow? Is each part, every bit of your business, guiding the right people to naturally work with you? They need to ask themselves, does everything I have sense have make sense, and is it working together? Because if those foundations are not crystal clear, not just for you, but for your clients, your business is going to be like a million times harder to build than it should be. So instead of stepping back and looking at that big picture, people usually keep tweaking, refining, adjusting, and most especially second guessing themselves. They're trying to work out what looks good on paper and why it's still not creating the momentum that they want. Now, what I have seen time and again is that coaches think they have a visibility problem. Not enough people are seeing me. They're not seeing what I do. They're not seeing what how I can help them. It's not a visibility problem. It's also not a tech problem. It's not because they're using the wrong tools. What they have is a clarity and structure problem. They have built beautiful pieces without first making sure that those pieces were designed to work together. Because when your business is built in the right order, everything about it changes. Your messaging resonates with your ideal clients. Your offer becomes easier for people to understand and want to work with you. That taking that next step with you is going to feel a lot more natural. Your tech will stop feeling like a burden and a chore, and it'll start feeling like it's supporting you the way that it is meant to. And the truth is, your business becomes easier, clearer, and more connected. It's more capable, finally capable, of supporting the life and impact that you want it to have for you. That's exactly what we're talking about in this week's blog. I break down the key pieces that need to be in place before your business can truly begin working as a collective whole, as an ecosystem for you, if you will. And I also talk about why so many coaches are unknowingly trying to grow on top of foundations that are not strong, like trying to build a house on sand versus on the rock, as they say. So, if you've been feeling lately that something just isn't quite clicking, or I know I have something truly valuable here, but my business just isn't growing the way that I thought that it would, I have a feeling that this blog is going to put to words what you have been sensing. It's going to really articulate the feelings you've been having. Now, the link to read the blog is in the comments below. And if this is having you seeing your business a little bit differently and realizing that there is more to what is not happening for to make your business grow than you first thought, clarity means clients is the next step that I would suggest that you take. It is a live workshop where we zoom out and look at your business through a strategic lens so that you can identify what is missing, what is unclear, and what needs to shift to support a more natural and, most importantly, consistent growth. The link is in the comments if you'd like to join me. So learn more and decide if that is the next step for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. Please have a read of the blog. It goes into a lot more detail than I did here today. And I look forward to seeing you next time.